Hi, my name is Mike, and this is just going to be a quick introduction to a quick three-dimensional render in jwildfire. First, I'm going to get the program up and running. We have an image on the screen, various and sundry variations. The final variation is a cylinder apo, which is a 3D cylinder, as you can see. We're going to go over here and make sure that that is a 3D renderable item in the visual guide by clicking on this button right here. Click on the button. It brings up a online Microsoft Excel with all of jwildfire's variations. A variation is a thing that performs an operation on each object. Over here on the left, you can see the list of them. We're going to go up to the last one I just pointed out, which was a cylinder apo for apophysis. Easy for me to say. Right here, we have cylinder apo. And we have a 3D column here, which you can get to by clicking on this arrow right here. Cylinder Apo, yes, it is a 3D renderable item. See 3D down the 3D column, all these Y's means yes they are. If they aren't highlighted, that means no they're not. Okay, so Cylinder Apo is a 3D item, so we're going to be able to render it in 3D. So now we'll close this down and we'll go back to the program. Here we have the image in the window that we're going to render. So it's in 2D mode right now. The first thing we're going to want to do is click on the 3D button. Okay, it changes. We got a little bit of noise I'm not too sure about. So I'm going to come over here to the Affine button right here, the Affine tab. And on the bottom right-hand side, you see Preserve C. Click that so that it turns gray. Okay, so we've preserved the Z, and now we're going to do a test render. Over here at the bottom is the test render button. I'm going to click that, and we can see it progress across up here. This is only going to take just about a minute, or not even a minute. So I'm just going to let it run rather than pause the video. When it completes, it takes a few seconds for it to display. Once it displays, you will see that it's likely to be a 3D renderable item. There it is. Looks like a pretty smooth render, so I think we're going to go ahead and render it, except it looks a little dark, so maybe I'll want to lighten it up a little bit. Go to the light settings on the 3D rendering tab down here and bring up the backlight with the light intensity button, which is right here. And I switch lights over here on the upper left-hand side. And I want to turn the azimuth, which is the location of the light, around to the front of the object. So I'm going to bring it over here to about 130 degrees, maybe 130 to 170, somewhere in there. So I ended up a little high, so I'll bring it down to 142. That's a good location for it. Once again, there's a light intensity for this light 0. I'm going to bring that up. And we have it a little bit over 1, so we got a good bright light. Let's do another test render. And it looks like it's going to take a couple seconds here for it to display. Once it displays, I think you'll see that we're now lit on the side we wanted lit on. We got enough light to where we can see it. We can see it's 3D. It's casting a shadow in the background, so it looks pretty good. All right, the next thing to do is then we're going to set our quality. I want very high quality for this render. And since it's already set to 3D, when I click the render button, it's going to render in 3D. Now I'm going to probably, once I type in the file name, I'm probably going to pause the video here so that we don't have to wait for the render time, which will take a few minutes. So this is just the music notes tube, which I have made. So we're going to save the file in the directory that we want to save it in there, and save the file. And I'll pause the video now while it renders. Okay, the render is now completed, as shown by the bar up here. And there's our image just popped up on the screen, which is what it's going to do. And you can see it's a nice, clean 3D render. And that concludes this video. I will do a longer one where I build an object, show you how I build it and why I did what I did, and all in 3D, and then render it in 3D. Thanks. This is Mike.